overlooking the bay of Lake Erie, Pennsylvania.
Rent out boats or take out their own boats.
They take out their own boats or rent boats. Here's one of the various parking lots. Downtown Erie's on the other side of the bay over there, where many attractions are, including
the dock and tower.
Tower. We are hitting a bumpy patch in the road.
Anybody on there? No.
Nah. Here's one of the various swamp areas, as I'd like. Boats type of things where you paddle,
And bicycle rentals.
and then there's another bicycle rental place where you can rent bikes.
Boat tours. Looks like it flooded down there.
As you can see, it's very popular. Some people on the bikes.
Doesn't it look like it's lagging or anything?
Looks
It's like when here was talking about the movie. Yeah, that. That's what it felt like.
Hello, the BOMO. Yes, we're streaming, but it's pretty laggy here. Not too much of a thing, but we're at Presquale State Park in Erie, Pennsylvania. This is what the peninsula looks like, and you can drive around the peninsula. And there's various areas where we pulled into one of the parking lots here. We're actually on the bay side of the Erie, Lake Erie. And we'll take a walk over here. You can see the bay. The water is actually up. And I do apologize that it's kind of laggy, but we're out on a peninsula, which is across the bay area from downtown Erie, Pennsylvania. This is the actual state park up here. They do have beaches on the other side. We were trying to drive around, but I noticed that they'd keep going in and out, so I do apologize. Thanks for joining, and thanks for anyone else joining. And if please hit the like button. If you're new, please consider subscribing. If also share out the stream. I'm sorry if it's shaky. I just have a tripod with me at this point. Hello to anyone who is on the stream. We are at Presquale State Park, which is in Erie, Pennsylvania. Right now we're looking at the bay, and we're actually across from downtown Erie, Pennsylvania. The water is pretty much up, as you can see. Yeah, the Sandusky, Ohio area, that's probably about 3 hours away from where I am at this point. I live in Pennsylvania. I live due south of Erie, Pennsylvania, about 2.5, 3 hours, depending on traffic and construction. But we just go straight up north from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. But yeah, Sandusky area, that's a different part of the Lake Erie. And this part of Lake Erie here is pretty close to Niagara Falls, New York, and actually goes down over the falls at Niagara Falls, either across down the American Falls or the Horseshoe Falls. Across the bay there, yes, it is really big. In fact, where you're talking about in Sandusky, they actually have little islands out there that people can go, whether if they have their own boat or go on tour boats or boats that'll take them there, and they can spend the day out on those islands. And I believe a couple of them actually have hotels there. But this is kind of like the pretty much around towards the ending as it flows into Buffalo, New York, and goes down over the Niagara Falls and eventually ends up in Lake Ontario up by Toronto area, Toronto, Canada. Presquale State Park is a very popular recreational place, as like I said, they have beaches here. They also, as you can see, people who have kayaks or fishing boats or motorboats, sailboats. And and people come here to fish, bike ride, they go jogging, they walk around on the path. We're actually standing on the bike walking path right now. Good afternoon, Texas Takes. Thanks for joining. I am at Presquale State Park in Erie, Pennsylvania. We're just overlooking the bay, which is across from downtown Erie, Pennsylvania. Directly across from us is the Liberty Tower there, where you can go up where the fishing docks and boat docks and everything. And there's also on Presquale State Park area, there is an actual Coast Guard station out here also. So it's further down the road on the peninsula. We were trying to film us driving around the peninsula, but we do hit areas of lag. I just happened to be pulled over in an area so we could possibly take a boat tour on the lake, but we just missed the boat tour. So we could do a sunset tour. We may end up doing that, but we also want to try to hit Waldameer Amusement Park. It's fairly crowded because today is Saturday and a lot of company picnics happen there on Saturdays and Sundays. Plus, it was a nice day and a lot of people were in the water park. She's gonna fall in. You fall in, you're done. But we're actually standing out by the Perry Monument. I could walk down a little bit. That's where, of course, one of the battles on Lake Erie has happened. But this area is the bay side. They don't really have, that's where a lot of people fish from. And the beaches are on the other side. So we may get back in the car and you can probably, hopefully it doesn't lag too much. It's hard when I'm with myself. I do have two other people with me, my nephew and niece, and they were holding the stream, but whenever it starts to lag and stuff, they're not sure. But like over there, you could see a lot of how like the marinas and stuff are over on that side of the town. Oop, no, I'm too far. Too close there. Hang on one second. Okay, sorry about that. Hello, last of Writer's Creed. Thank you for joining the stream. We are at Presquale State Park right now. I'm trying to hold on. I'm gonna switch off here for a second. I need to pause the stream because my focus is out and I can't get it back. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm back now. Hopefully you can see that I am back. I do thank everyone for joining the stream. I do apologize. I went to zoom in and I couldn't zoom back out on my phone. And I hope you're enjoying the stream. We'll take a little bit of a walk around in this little section here, and then we'll get in the car and hopefully you'll be able to see the beach area. I was hoping we would have caught one of the boat tours, but we had just missed it. There's one at sunset, which I believe is about an hour from now, an hour and a half from now, as it is 5:30 here. This state park, a lot of lake is used for, the big thing is boating and fishing. As you can see, people kayaking, they're out on their boats, bike riding. There's also an active Coast Guard station here because it can get pretty rough. I know in the winter times it can be kind of brutal up here with the snow. Sometimes it may not be. It just depends on how the wind and stuff. But whenever they have the lake effect snow, this is one of the reasons. But if we actually get on the boat tour, it will get kind of close. It goes around the bay here. And then it'll sometimes actually go out into the actual lake part where it's a little bit rougher. Kind of hard on the path because a lot of people like to come out and bike ride at this time of the day from the campgrounds. They actually have campgrounds at the beginning, and then there's various hotels you can go and stay at and kind of enjoy. And there's also an amusement park at the entrance. But if you have joined us and you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Please hit the like button and also share out the stream so people know that if you have friends that you want them to see some other places depending on where you're from. But this is Lake Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie, Pennsylvania, and we're on Lake Erie. It's about a 3-hour drive from the Pittsburgh area, and it's the furthest north city on the western side of Pennsylvania. Where that little shack is over there, that's where you can catch the boat tour. We'll probably just go ahead and drive around and not worry about a boat tour maybe another time before the summer ends. If I wasn't the only driver, so hopefully when we start driving, won't go out of into a lag period, and that way you can enjoy more of what the park looks like. I mean, it's I didn't walk that way because it's kind of crowded with some bike people and stuff, but it's the Perry Monument that's at the end. I can walk down that way if you like. That way you could see. And I'm not sure how long it takes by boat to get up to Buffalo, New York and Niagara Falls area. But I know by car, I think it's like an hour and a half from here, maybe 2 hours. Because I know when I drive from home, it's about a 5 to 6 hour drive, depending on traffic, construction, and everything. This is a state park, so they do have rangers and stuff. Plus, like I said, the Coast Guard is based out on the peninsula. But we'll take a walk over this way. I was hoping to go up in the tower at the Tom Ridge Environmental Center, but they only stay open until 5 o'clock. But here's some historical information about the battle that was here. In fact, I believe we're like where they call Misery Bay. Yeah, that's the thing there. You don't want to do that. You'd be instantly killed. Or you never know, you might get lucky. And there's another sign over here I will show you. But this is the climate of war for war. What was the War of 1812? And that's all the Great Lakes there. But here is the Sandusky Bay area. And I know there's a lot of little islands and stuff there that you could actually visit. And then we're actually over here at Presquale State Park. And then, like I said, down this way, as you go out, this is where Niagara Falls and stuff. So you kind of go into that river area by Buffalo. And then you go over the falls and actually end up floating into Lake Ontario. Some weird bug there. But that kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like there. But yeah, I would imagine if you were out, I don't know, sometimes when I'm out on the tour boat and they go out into the main lake, there's times that they can't go out into the main lake because it's kind of rough, the type of thing. So I couldn't imagine being out there on a smaller boat. And if you actually did make it, yeah, you want to make sure you're not stuck in the current where you would end up over the falls. Because it does get pretty rough there right around the Grand Island, Buffalo area. One of these days, hopefully we'll get back up to Niagara Falls and I can actually go over to the Canadian side with my passport. But otherwise, there is an American side. The Canadian side has a lot more attractions and stuff, but they've been building up the area for on the American side. But they do have the Goat Island, and you can kind of walk down along the falls, and then they have the boat that can take you to the base of the falls. Yes. I walked down to the point, but somebody's trying to take a photo, so I don't want to get into their photo, but as soon as they're done.
Since you're filming stuff, there's a pair of bald eagles flying out there.
Really?
Ah,
Okay. They're up pretty high, but they've been flying this way.
Huh.
So they're probably out over 4 feet
Behind the tree
Yeah,
now, huh?
behind the tree. But they're
but
out.
this is like the sign that tells you about Oliver Hazard Perry.
I've been seeing lots of eagles lately.
Hello, Rachel. Thank you for joining.
Going higher and higher.
I know that there's probably other streams out there. I'm just up here until the sun kind of goes down and we head over to the amusement park. I know it's not Disney World, but I live in Pennsylvania, and when I do get to Disney World, I do try to stream or at least do some vlogging and post the videos later. I am actually at Presquale State Park in Pennsylvania, and it's in the northwestern part of Pennsylvania. It's the highest city, furthest city in the northwest here in Pennsylvania, and this is called Presquale State Park. It's on Lake Erie. And I was just kind of walking around the one area where the Battle of 1812 and where they have the Perry Monument located. But this is some of the signs there. Thank you for joining. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. And also, please share out the stream. I know it's hard when competing against people that have the Walt Disney World streams on, so I understand that. But this is just giving you some other place to see, especially if you live in a different part of the country. Hopefully it's not lagging or anything. Ah, yes, 50 years ago. I believe this little bay area here is called the Misery Bay, and if it's not on this side, it might be on the other side. But that's where, like you said, a lot of that. I'm sorry to hear that you have some thunderstorming in Idaho. Yeah, sometimes this has probably been one of the nicer days that we've had here in Pennsylvania, especially where I live in more the southwestern part of Pennsylvania, which is about 3 hours south of here. And we've had a very nice day, but sometimes it could be raining where I'm actually standing or snowing pretty hard in the winter time, and we might not get anything down there. Okay, Rachel, thank you. Thank you for joining me. I'm not trying to, send you off or whatever, but I'm just trying to build up my channel, and I know sometimes it's hard when I don't go live a lot, but I figure I try something different for a live stream. And sometimes I'll do some things around the Pittsburgh area or even south of there, or it's different stuff. But thank you for joining. This is like the sort of the tip of where the peninsula ends before it goes out into the regular part of the lake. Oh, I'm not going to give up. That's what he put on the banner. Don't give up the ship. Yes, I do remember that in like a history lesson. I may end up going on the boat tour that they have there. But the only thing is that I'm afraid if I do go on the boat tour, it may end up lagging. So that would be the only thing. Because I know we were driving around, and I know that's why you were having a little bit of trouble at Bowman, because we had hit an area where the signal wasn't coming in very well. Oh yes, I was very excited about that because I really liked a lot of the gifts that he was giving away. I like the forky ears. I also, plus that's a cargo. Yes, and that's a cargo homemade item, craft item. So I'm very happy to have something that Cargo had made. And this is the Perry Monument. That's the very top of it. It's pretty interesting because the water is actually up on this area, and I know certain times of the year this area could be totally flooded and you wouldn't be able to drive out to this point. I'm not sure how far you can see, but there's like little houses back in there, and that's right around where the Coast Guard station, and I believe some people actually have houseboats out that way. Yeah, I'm gonna probably end up having a subscriber giveaway soon. It depends, because I know it'll probably take me a long time to get to 500 subscribers, but I may do something where a possible 400 subscriber, and then we'll go from there. I'm also planning on, a friend of mine does house sales, and if any of you are crafters, I'm probably going to do a material giveaway. So people who make ears or any type of crafts, I have some Disney material that I've gotten through an estate sale that a friend of mine had, because they're in real estate and do estate sales, and I picked up small amount of Disney fabrics. So I'm gonna have probably a giveaway on that, probably 2 winners, and I'll show the 6 different designs, and they can put down their choices in the comments of which ones that they would like to win, and then whoever's name's drawn first, they get the first choice, and then whoever's name was drawn second will get the last 3 that are left. So hopefully it's one of the patterns that they like to win, or like. Plus I also have some Lion King Funko Pops. I may do just a Lion King giveaway, but I haven't decided totally yet, because I thought about possibly doing a couple other things. And I do have some Toy Story 4 Funko Pops too. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, I was going to do a 100 subscriber giveaway, but we had jumped up pretty far. We had gotten over the 100, and by the time I got everything together, I was close to 200, so I just did a 200 subscriber giveaway. And a Disney Life for Me, Dee and Miguel had won that, and I had a Forky Funko Pop and an Aladdin Genie Funko Pop that they ended up winning, because that was right around when Toy Story 4 was getting ready to open, and Forky's kind of like the main character that a lot of people like, and since Aladdin was just released. That's really good. 50 subs, that's good. If anything, I do videos if there's nothing. I'm not saying if there's nothing interesting around going live. For me, it's kind of hard because it isn't a place around Pittsburgh. I try to do the videos more than live, because a lot of the museums and stuff, you don't want to be too loud. And it's kind of strange, somebody walking around talking in a lot of places around Pittsburgh. Not that that's kind of weird, and we also have an amusement park where I have some videos of the amusement park, but they don't allow actual streaming on the rides. I have videoed and actually was live a couple times walking around the park, and when I got on the train, so you could actually see where this amusement park is situated, and it's up on a hillside overlooking the Monongahela River and the old steel mills, and one of the active things. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have 1,000 subscribers. I actually use Streamlabs at this point. and right now with my desktop, I can't go live on the YouTube app because I don't have I've been looking into getting a camera to attach to for my computer to do home live streams. But when I do the home live streams right now, I've been using either my phone or my iPad, and I set it up because I have a desktop. I have a very old laptop, and it doesn't even have the Windows 10, so it's hard for me to really go live on that because I had looked at it for a while. It's an app. That's where a lot of the there's the StreamYards, but since they don't do mobile, that's one of the reasons why I haven't gotten on Streamlabs or that StreamYards that everybody's using. But they're actually sitting at their desktops or laptops, and that's the only way right now you could go live with that particular program. But Streamlabs allows you to use your mobile phones, and it was actually an app on under, like, I have an Apple phone. I have an Apple phone. I just went under the App Store on the Apple phone or in the Apple Store and typed in Streamlabs and downloaded it and put it onto my phone and onto my iPad. That way I can at least stream, because like you, it was the same problem. When I actually started, I was able to start with the YouTube app until they did this 1,000 subscribers. And yes, Streamlabs is free. It is a free program, and you can download it, especially if you have a smartphone. You can put it on either, if you have an Android based phone or your iPhone, and you can download it and go from there. I will say there was a gentleman when all that started happening. I know a couple of the streamers that I watched, they were using Streamlabs even before everything even happened, and they're way above 1,000. In fact, they're above the 10,000s, and they were using Streamlabs and stuff. And I downloaded the app and started playing with it. But then I would try to use the YouTube. But then when YouTube actually changed their procedure, a couple of the streamers or YouTubers actually taught people how to set up the Streamlabs. And I believe Magical News Live actually had a little tutorial shortly after. I don't know if he still has it up on his YouTube page under videos or under like his old streams and everything. And he kind of showed some people how to set it up and everything. Don't be afraid to ask other people like how you set it up. I just kind of learned to use it, and then I kind of watched his thing. But a lot of times, you put in the title. A lot of the stuff I do too are videos, so whenever I do the videos, I either do it under my camera and connect it in, or I use the YouTube camera and video that way, and then it just actually goes on to there. Yes, the Streamlabs is cute. I'm still kind of perfecting, trying to get. I'll have to go online sometime with on my desktop and go into the Streamlabs thing and get the little pop-ups or that, because I see like a lot of them that post, whenever they get the super chats and stuff, they'll have little character stuff. Yes, it is very nice. What we may do is get in the car. I hate to lose the stream, because when we were driving around earlier, we did lose the stream. And then when I pulled into the lot, luckily we got to the lot and I was able to pull it back up. I did see the BOMO going, hey, I can see something, but now I don't see anything. And that's because we hit the leg, and and some of the parts around here, the signal isn't that great. But this area is called Misery Bay and Perry Monument, and over there is downtown Erie. That's their dock area, and where a lot of the different ships that come in. Yeah, we're gonna try to stream inside the amusement park when we get up to there. It's called Waldermere Park. It looked pretty busy, so hopefully what I'll do is pause the stream and then we're gonna try to find a parking spot, but we're actually pretty far into the Presquale, so it'll probably be about 10-15 minutes for us to drive out, and we'll get a parking spot, and I'll restart the stream or unpause the stream, and hopefully nobody is there. My big thing right now, like when I do videos, I haven't learned to edit yet, so a lot of times they're kind of like raw videos. So like I'll video it or put them together through, a lot of it is like from my pictures and I make a video out of that, but then there's times I actually video stream, and that's, I thought, oh, when we drive along I'm gonna have to try and maybe just do a video and then drop it whenever we get there. Yeah, you can see some goose off of it and that thing. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, the like button, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and also don't be afraid to share out the stream. Actually, Rachel, I am hoping to go down for a real quick trip next weekend through Wednesday, and if not, I might do a quick trip leaving Monday and actually coming back to my home on Wednesday, kind of for the annual pass preview. We actually have a reservation because I am a platinum annual pass holder, and so is my friend, and we have a reservation for that for next Tuesday on the 20th of August, and I'm trying to figure out, I was actually hoping to get either the 17th or 18th, but by the time I realized, I had checked my email probably not even like 5-10 minutes before Disney dropped the email of the link to make the reservation for the AP preview, so I was hoping to get Saturday or Sunday, but by the time I got on, the only 2 days left were Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm just trying to plan whether I want to go down like Saturday morning and stay till Wednesday, and then I want to try to be back for the opening of Galaxy's Edge. Yeah, I got a couple reservations for Olga's Canteen for opening weekend, because I do plan to, if I get down for the preview, I may not get there for the opening day of Galaxy's Edge, but I'll get there the next day and then stay through the following week. And so I kind of made spread out some of the Olga Canteen and the droid making reservations for later on in my trip, but I do have one. I do have an Olga's Canteen and a droid making on opening day also, because if I just kind of do a real quick the pass holder preview trip, which I would fly down Monday evening, go to the preview at Hollywood Studios Tuesday morning, and then I'd like to head over to the Magic Kingdom for the Halloween party, and then I will get up the next morning and fly home Wednesday afternoon. Sometimes I like to try to get up and go to a park before I leave, but it all depends on the flight times back to the Pittsburgh area, whether or not I can spend most of the day Wednesday. But sometimes, with Magical Express, they want you to sometimes to be ready 3 hours before your actual flight. And so that would all depend, because I know if I have say a 2 o'clock in the afternoon flight, I back that up, and they usually want you on the Magical Express sometime between 11 and 12, or 11:30, and so then that you could get up and kind of go check your luggage or whatever if you're on one of the airlines that they have resort check-in. And sometimes, depending on how early the park's open, but a lot of times they only open at 8 or 9 o'clock anyway, and so I usually will just schedule breakfast or whatever. Hello, this is our dream. Thank you for joining. This is Amy from AJC Magic TV. I am here at Presquale State Park in Erie, Pennsylvania. Right now I'm out by the Perry Monument area, which is on the bay side of the park. And I was gonna get into, oh yes, they are pretty big, and I've seen a bunch wandering around, so they get the crumbs and different things of whatever's on the ground, or people picnicking, because this is a big picnic area. It's also a big place for people to come fishing, boating, hiking, jogging, bike riding, all of that stuff. Yes, I'm sure you would know then where I'm actually at. Do you still live in the area, or are you now in Florida? This is our dream? Or I guess you still do, since you say you are from Erie. We're actually going to probably get in the car and drive over to one of the beach areas. Hopefully it's not going to lag. I was thinking about going out on their sunset cruise of the scenic tours. I've done them before, and but I'm not sure how the stream or how it would hold up, if whether we end up lagging or not. That's where I live. I live south of Pittsburgh, pretty close to the city, probably about a half-hour drive into the city, as long as the traffic isn't bad. But they do have some scenic tours. I was thinking they have one more cruise tonight, which is the sunset tour. I've been out on there before. It's really nice. I don't know how the stream would end up, so we might just go ahead and drive over to one of the beaches so you can at least see that side. Because if I go out on the boat, on the boat tour, the stream will probably end somewhere along the line. Want to see how much the tour is. Yeah, it's actually sold out, so we are going to go ahead and go to the beach side. Hopefully we don't lose the stream. If we do go into a lag, we will try and get it back up, so please hang on. I will not be holding the stream while we are driving, because I am the only driver. So my niece or nephew will be holding the thing. I believe the boat it's not real big, but it's one of the, I don't want to say it's not pontoon size, it's bigger than that. It's like kind of a medium-sized boat. I think they can take up to 50, 60 people on there. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna try. Yeah, Beach 11 is pretty good, but I'm sure, like you said, because I know when we were driving out to this point, we got into a lag situation, and then once I got here, I was able to kind of restart the stream. So we'll probably head back towards one of the other beach areas, just so you can see. We'll just pull over and see what that side is, and then we're gonna head up to Waldermere Park. I know it looked pretty busy, so we'll see if we can find a parking spot and head in and just kind of walk around to give an idea of what the amusement park is. Plus just look around, and then we'll end the stream. So if we do lag, we will try and get the stream back up, and hopefully the signal holds out here. So thank you for joining us. Please hit the like button, and if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, because we're gonna have some giveaways coming up soon, and some various other streams to there. Yes, usually you end up getting a candy apple, or if they still sell them, one of the things that my family likes, and I'll sometimes take them home too, are those French waffles where it's the fried crispy dough type of thing with the sugar or the powdered sugar, and they're pretty good. So and then the big thing with Waldermere on Saturdays is it's a big picnic day there, and of course it's a beautiful day up here. So we're gonna get in the car, and hopefully the stream holds out. Don't. Probably should have bought our tickets before we went walking around if we were going to do the boat tour.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because I've been on it a million times. Or we could see if there's another. Say hello, Colton. Say hello. Yes. Because you have to read the stream. Oop. I guess I gotta go back around. Oops. Oh, there's the exit. What are people saying? You gotta answer them. What? Does it say make it alright?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you gotta read.
Say something.
Say something.
Like you.
Because I can't read the stream. You have it. should have held the stream. Because I can't see it and he's not talking. Are we losing signal or anything?
I don't think we are.
Saying anything?
There's a little lag.
I'll tell him we'll, you know, if it does start lagging, please refresh. We'll try and get it back up here.
Yes, the weather is very nice here today.
Say your name.
Yes, we are.
What are they saying?
Coming up to the houseboats, Coast Guard Station in Beach 11.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Beach 10.
There's Beach 11, like you said.
Did he say to go to Beach 11?
No, you were just telling me it was coming up.
We're gonna go to Beach 10. Because it might have a better signal than being back in Beach 11. What's he saying now?
It's looking good, I guess.
What?
It's looking good.
Okay. Yeah, the Presquale State Park area has a lot of marshes and little bog areas within it, and people can canoe and stuff on the little streams. We'll pull up at Beach 10 and kind of go out up to the beach a little bit, and then we'll get back in the car, maybe stop at one of the other beaches that's a little bit shorter. This one is Bundy Beach Golf Point. Sorry that it's rough.
Might be lagging.
Is that what you said?
No, just
No.
we're up to 3 people. We are arrived at Beach 10.
Hopefully we're not lagging too much. And like I said, if we are, I will quickly try to get the stream back up. This is Beach 10, called Bundy Beach. This one is fairly nice. I know that Beach 11 is nice because they have a nicer like grade, and it's more in the like lagoon kind of alcove area. Okay, thank you for joining us this dream. Enjoy the dinner there. It looks delicious. I do have a reservation there later when I come down this August. This is Beach 11. This is the beach side. Everybody comes and you can picnic here or just come for the day with your chairs. But you bring your cooler. Some people grill or they bring their own bag lunch from somewhere. But you can see that the water is fairly rough. It's hard for me to see the stream, so I will kind of stay in the shade here so I can read it. You guys can wander around. I'm trying to stay so I can see the stream or the chat. Yeah, it was really great talking to you guys. Thank you for joining. Please make sure you guys hit the like button if you're enjoying the stream. If you're new, please subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Enjoy your dinner. That Toledo menu looks really great. I do have a reservation there later this summer when I get down there at the end of August here and Labor Day weekend. But this is the beach side. As you can see, it's more open. This is the actual open lake of Lake Erie, the open waters. And it goes all the way across to Canada. So somewhere out there is the international line to Canada, the border. And the lake all goes all the way down to Buffalo area and goes over Niagara Falls eventually. Sorry, I'm just having a hard time reading the chat. Sorry, that's the dunes area. It's hard for me to read the chat because it's still pretty sunny out here. And I'm trying to stay in the shade so I can read it. But as you can see, it's kind of windy on this side. There's some waves. They don't really have the posts out too far as much anymore because it does erode fairly quickly here. In fact, a lot of times they have to bring in sand for the day, you know, after the winters, because it can get pretty rough and stuff here during the winter time. But sometimes, you know, you will see kids out on the boogie boards. They don't let you without having a tail thing connected to you so they don't go floating away. And they don't really let you go out too far because it does drop off pretty quickly. And sometimes they get bad undertows. But this beach area is fairly nice. It's one of the ones where it doesn't drop off too far. And as you can see, not too many people are in the water. It is nice though. I personally can't go into the lake because I had a kidney transplant about a year ago, and fresh water, since there can be different organisms in fresh water, I can no longer go in a freshwater lake or river. So I can't personally go in, but if we kind of came up here a little bit later in the day, otherwise they probably would have put their bathing suits on and gone. Yeah, that's true. It's not really sand. We're gonna get back in the car and drive out, and maybe we'll stop along the way at another little beach area. So you guys ready? We'll go to another place. Trying not to show the cars and license plates, so. Canadian station. I'm not sure what the water temperature was. We did go by the guard station where it was. I can always check and ask if they have the temperature. Because sometimes it varies. It can be cooler, 70s, sometimes 80s. But this is kind of like the guard station, and that's the rules there. I could ask him if he knows or she knows what the water temperature is. Do you know what the temperature is of the water today?
Today, it's going to be around 76.
Okay.
It dropped a little because of the waves. It churns up the water.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's 76 degrees is the water, and since the waves are going, it kind of churned the water to bring some of the cooler water around. So it's 76 degrees in the water today. Oh yes, we did go by Sarah's, and we've been there before. The hot dogs are good. They have ice cream there. It was fairly crowded when we went through, and yeah, it's a very popular place. I do have friends that have trailers back in her little campground area, and they've had it there many years. Yes, it would be very cool swimming on a day like this. Sometimes though it gets very warm, and then sometimes I think sometimes around here too they will shut down the beaches if it gets too hot because they get bacteria in the water. And I believe Lake Erie is pretty shallow, one of the shallower Great Lakes. And I know on the Ohio side part of Erie, sometimes they do have problems with debris and bacteria and different things in the lake. So, and since it's a shallower lake, it's more contaminated type of thing. Not to be like, oh, don't go swimming in there. I used to swim in here a lot as a kid. Yeah, 76 degree water, yes. On a hot day with that water, usually if it's hotter and it's not wavier, because sometimes that's like the first time I've seen waves, at least out at this part of the lake in many years that I've been here. A lot of times there's hardly any waves and the water feels warmer. But with it churning like that and with the waves and wind, it does make it cooler because then it's mixing up the water. We're going to take a drive. Hopefully it doesn't lag too much. We'll stay on the lake side, and we'll be pointing the camera there. Someone else is holding the camera, so you know that I'm not driving and holding the camera. In fact, my company that I work for would very frown upon that, so I don't do that. But I believe they have 11 beaches. There might be a beach 12, or there used to be, but I believe 11 is the highest area. And I believe beach 11 has a nice pavilion area, and it's more of a shallower, calmer type of area. I haven't been I have gone into there many years ago when I had my younger niece and nephew who are now older, but we have gone there to swim. But you'll see all the different areas. I believe some of the other beaches are closed because they did have a hard time getting lifeguards and people to work for the summer, and so they sometimes will close the beaches, and you're not really supposed to be swimming without the lifeguard being there because there could be a bad undertow in certain areas, and you don't want to get into the, bring your frisbee. They don't allow open fires, but you can bring a grill, charcoal grill, and cook your food, but they don't allow bonfires. And usually the park does close at dusk, late in the evening. I mean, they'll allow you to drive out, because I know I've been on the tour, on the boat tour, which we're not going to do just because it did sell out while we were talking, and I wasn't sure if there'd be good signal out there anyway, so we'll maybe drive over to the city area part and go up in the tower and you can actually see. But we're going to go into Waldermere Park. They do have a Ferris wheel, so hopefully we'll be able to get on that, and we'll be able to show you at least up in the air what the peninsula and everything looked like. We were going to go up in the tower at the Tom Ridge Center, but it did close at 5 o'clock. Which I was surprised, because I thought one time we were here and it was later in the day and we were able to go up in the tower. And also share out if you have some friends that you think that might want to that will stream a possible pass holder preview, because I am a platinum pass holder and I do have times there, or this is the King Mill Road beaches. I wish I probably pulled there. Maybe I'll pull right here, just that. You know what, we'll go up there. You guys can stay here if you want. We're just going to quickly stop this side. This is the short jetty beach. Usually this is the King Mills Road beaches. We'll just quickly go over here so you can get a different view of another beach that's along here at Presquale State Park. And then we'll probably end the stream, and when we get up to Waldermere Park, we'll probably come back on pretty quickly just to give an overview of the amusement park and maybe a view from the Ferris wheel. But this is, as you can see, a little rougher here, and you can see the drop off of the beaches because they really erode pretty quickly here. They're pretty eroded here, so as you can see, because I remember as a kid you could walk right out and pretty much walk pretty far out, and in fact those rocks way out there are pretty far out. Plus there's no lifeguard at this particular area, and you should be in the water anyway, and I can't go in. But maybe we'll go ahead and end the stream, and when we get up to Waldermere Park we'll restart our stream and show you around the park a little bit, and then we're going to enjoy our evening, and then we'll be making the drive back to Pittsburgh area. I do thank anyone who has been joining us for this short trip around.
How we doing?
Boy, that dropped off pretty, the lake now. I mean, you go right up there and it drops right into the lake practically. It looks like 2 people were on there.
Yeah. How's the stream for you guys? Is it good? See if they answer.
Ninja move. If you hang on, hopefully we'll find a parking so you can get an idea of what the park actually looks like. They actually have a marina too here, and then there's a marina on the other side in the downtown Erie area.
Sorry, Dances with Goofy is live also.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, that's okay. That's the one thing when you only own so many devices or one device. This area here, you can rent bikes. I'm not sure how late that they do the bikes. I know we rented them a couple times on a late evening just to kind of ride around, but a lot of the other people own their bikes and they'll bring them down for the day, or if they're at the campground, a lot of people have bikes there. But we're on our way out, and we're gonna probably go ahead and end the stream and then maybe quickly go live when we get up to Walter Park and get our parking spot and go into Walter and then give it like a quick tour of the park itself, because I'm not sure what rides or whatever we can stream on, but we're hoping to stream possibly on the Sky Ride.
Tell them we're heading towards Walter Park.
Who is it?
Walter, tell them we're heading towards Walter.
Yeah.
They're asking. No.
Yes, we're heading towards Walter Park. So we're gonna go into Walter Park for a little bit and take a look around. Hopefully we'll be able to find a parking spot, because it was fairly crowded when we were there. Hopefully with the water park possibly closing pretty soon, some of the people will file out, because that's why they're there, is at the water park and not really there for the other parts of the park itself. It's a nice little family amusement park. It's free to get in. You could either buy a all ride all day pass, or you can buy a Wally card and pay as you go for whatever rides. And since it's fairly crowded, we'll probably buy a Wally card and then just pick a ride or two and just show the park. Probably what I'll end up doing here is pulling up to one of the beaches up here, show the water, pause the stream, and then we'll come back on when we get up to the park and park. But we'll see. As long as we don't lose the stream here. I'm not sure if it's lagging or anything. If she has a question, answer it.
You don't have any. Otherwise, I would.
What?
Otherwise, I would. What you doing?
Oh, okay.
She's just telling you, yes, I want to see that stream.
Now, Pennsylvania is pretty. The major cities in Pennsylvania are Pittsburgh, which is on the western side, and Philadelphia on the eastern side.
Is it kind of like Knoebels?
It's sort of like Knoebels. It's a little bit bigger, but I haven't been to Knoebels, and I know Knoebels has some really good rides, like a Haunted Mansion ride, and they have the Phoenix roller coaster and a couple things. They do have the Ravine Flyer 2 here, which is their nicer coaster, and then they do gentler than the Ravine Flyer 2, and then there's a couple fun houses, a lot of kiddie rides, and other amusement rides. What, Jerlene?
There's the steel dragon.
Yeah, there's the Steel Dragon, which is kind of like Primo Whirl. Say hi to that person because I can't see who it is. Just say hi on the stream. You don't have to type it.
No one's here.
What? Hi, David. Read the stream.
But no one's there.
Yeah.
You're just
David.
answering, David. That's what you were talking about, Knoebels.
Yeah, but you want to say hello to him.
Okay.
Don't just sit there. Because I need to pay attention to the road. When you buy a wall park, if you just have cash for their amusements and refreshments. To the left here is the Sarah's Ice Cream and Diner and Restaurant, and she also has a trailer camper park there. And then on the right side up here is a condominium area that people live in all year round. And then they have a campground up here, like if you have a tent or something. Sometimes it's like on a first come first serve basis. You pay a certain amount and you can pitch a tent. Plus they also have trailers down in here, down in that area. It's called Sarah Coyne's Campground, but a lot of it is permanent trailers. And here's the Ravine Flyer 2, the bridge that we're going under as part of the roller coaster. And as you can see, the water park right up on the hill here. And it's still fairly busy because they're parked on both sides of the road. But we're going to try to go into the main lot and see if there's any parking spots available. And take a look around the park. This is the water park here. They actually upgraded it and made it a lot larger than it was originally. But as you can see, here's the wave pool, if you want to show that. The wave pool, there's the Fort Niagara kiddie boat where they dump the water bucket and stuff like that. They're probably getting ready to wrap up their day here. It's about 6:30, 6:40-ish of the day. I think they're open till 7 or 8 this evening. But as you can see, that's the wave pool. So you should be telling people. Did you guys throw away your cups? And we're actually in the parking lot, so we'll go ahead and walk in and take a look around. Can you carry this, because I'm going to throw that out. We got to go this way into the park. But where this is the Waldameer Water World Park entrance, but you can walk into Waldameer down the path here also.
Big vans like this.
Hello, Myers and the Mouse. Thank you for joining. We're up in Erie, Pennsylvania. We just finished up our little tour of Presquale State Park. We're going to enter Waldameer Park and take a look around. It's fairly crowded here, and just giving a quick overview. Over here is the water park parts. And I'll show you a map of the park here, so you can at least see. But this is what the park looks like. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to read this stream because the sun is shining right onto there. But we're going to go ahead and look in the park and see how busy and everything it is. But they do have like a one price where you can buy everyone their own thing and they can ride as many rides as they want. And yeah, it probably was a tuba player. Or you can buy this Wally card and then it tells you how many points that you get, and then each ride or whatever you use does the points. But I'll just show you the prices real quickly. But they have a Ride-A-Rama ticket. It actually is $3.51 just for the ride. It's only at Waldameer for adults, 48 inches and taller. And after 5 p.m. it's $28.50. 30 in the garbage. That's what I said. And then they have one that includes the water park, but that's going to be closing shortly. But that'll give you an idea how much it is and everything. I don't want to video the stuff. We're just going to go ahead and walk around, and then maybe we'll decide when we get in there. What we're going to do. Let's go in and then we'll decide. We're just but just kind of give you an idea. That's the water park. That there is supposed to be in the shape of the Niagara Brig battleship, and it has made for kids. And it has the dumping bucket and some water slides for them. So that's like the kid area there. And we went by the wave pool already, and there's all kinds of water slides. Yes, we're going into the park. We're going to take a look around. A lot of the rides here, they're probably, most likely they probably won't let you stream, but I'll be walking around and the kids will probably end up riding some things. We're going to hopefully maybe get on the Skyway if it's there. Thank you, Myers and the Mouse. Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys before I actually did that. So I know that you're mods everywhere else, and so if it's too much for you, just let me know. But I do appreciate it. I know I had gotten Greg one, but I'm not sure. I haven't, whenever he can be on. And I'm looking for some other mods, but I don't really go live that much. So eventually, you know, so if it's a lot, just let me know. But I do appreciate it if you can mod. Thank you. I do appreciate that, and yes, I see how well you mod other places, and I'm glad you can do it. Thank you. That wooden coaster there is called the Comet. Kind of one of my favorites because it's not too rough. But that right there is the Comet coaster. It's fairly crowded because usually Saturdays here they do a lot of family picnics, plus it's Saturday. We're going to cross the train tracks. Hopefully later on, I usually like to ride the train, so I'll give you a little bit of a tour of the park because you'll see some of the rides from the train. But I want to try to get on that Skyway and give you an overview of the park. When I do go on there, though, I won't be able to probably read the chat because I can see how sunny it is, and it's a little hard to read the chat. But this park is called Waltermere Park. It's in Erie, Pennsylvania, right at the entrance of Presquale State Park. It's been here for many, many years because I've gone here as a kid, and it actually has grown into the park that you see now. They never had a water park when I first started coming here as a kid. And now they've added the water park. They bought a few of the hotels that were kind of run down and older. Yeah, the Golden Wrench, I would say. Mama Mouse and Kelly, and they are very good mods for a lot of people. Yeah, we're going to see how much it is for some rides, and we'll probably go on this sky ride up here, or at least I know I will. I know my niece wants to do the Ravine Flyer too. And everything is by points with one of their cards. But they have games, they have amusements, the Comet. And that's one of my favorite coasters. I could ride it a lot. A lot of times I try to, when I do come, like for a weekend up here, we just came up for the day. It's about a 3-hour drive, and then we'll drive back a little bit later. But I knew Saturdays are fairly busy, but we haven't gotten up here at all this time of the year. Actually, Rachel, I believe when you go into your YouTube you can, like, on the stream, like on your channel, I think what I ended up doing is after I had ended the stream and then it reloaded, I went back onto that stream and then hit their name and added them as a mod. I think you can do it also through the YouTube channel webpage type of thing and add someone as a mod. They have refreshment stands. As you can see, it is fairly crowded here. It's not a very big amusement park place, but it has grown. And they also have a gift shop here. This little funhouse ride called the Wacky Shack, which I'll show you here shortly. That's a fairly fun ride. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, it's kind of weird on the Streamlabs. You don't really see yeah, it's actually, you can come in here for free and walk around, so you don't really have to ride anything. If you want to ride something, you find out how many points it would be, and you can buy one of their Wally cards, or you can pay the amount for a ride all evening or a ride all day wristband and how many rides you get on. You can ride all day. This funhouse is a pretty fun ride. It's called the Wacky Shack, and they have that little hill that you come out. There's a tilt-a-whirl. But it is really crowded here. And it is open till 10 p.m. this evening. Believe it or not, the Erie area is, especially if you live on the western side of Pennsylvania, it is a very popular vacation spot for families. They also have an indoor water park called Splash Lagoon. The Pirates Cove, that's a walk-through funhouse. Lemonade stand, there's also one of those drop towers that look like it just dropped. We'll try and catch it. And then this is a log flume ride called Thunder River. Trying to get you a view of it so you can see. I might have to go over to the other side so I can see it a little bit better. And then they have various refreshment stands and everything, and rides. And that used to be a dance hall there that Rainbow Gardens here. And as you can see, the people are getting on the Extreme called, and it's one of those drop towers. The Steel Dragon there puts 4 people in a car and it spins around. It's kind of like the primeval whirl. Roller coaster. We'll go around the side here so you can kind of see it. They have a lot of picnic rows here. But this is what the steel dragon looks like, or the iron dragon, I believe it's called. If you come all day and you just want the amusement park part of it, it's $31.50. After 5 p.m. it's $28.50. And then they have a water park pass, and I believe that was either $35 or $36 added to the amusement park. But this is called this. What's this called? The Steel Dragon, and it's kind of like Premier World, except 4 people ride and 2 sit back to back, kind of, and it spins around, as you can see. It's kind of crazy, wild mouse ride. But as you can see that as they go by. Hello, Haunted Trucking. Thank you for joining the stream. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Please hit the like button if you're enjoying what you watch or seeing. I do appreciate it, and if you feel like it, share out the stream. I'm not sure how much longer I'll stay on, because I might want to try a couple of the rides later. But I'm gonna set up my niece and nephew with a wristband, or get them one of these Wally cards so they could go ahead and pick a couple of the rides that they want to ride. Because it is 7 o'clock, it is open till 10. We're not sure how long we'll stay this evening, because we're actually going to drive back to our house. This is the log flume ride called Thunder River. I'm actually on the other side. I should have went the other way, but that way you could see that it's a log flume ride. And that's one of my favorite rides. We're just going to take a look over here so you can see a little more. I don't see a ticket booth here, so I can show you the prices again. Once I get somewhere else, I will show. But here, that's what passes cost for the day if you do a combo pass. And that's what a season pass costs for the summer. So if you're local in this area. And this is what the park looks like. Overview of the park. Yeah, they have a fairly good amount of rides. When I was younger, they did not have as many rides. They still have a lot of picnic groves, as you can see there. And it is still very popular with the company picnics and school picnics and stuff like that. When I was a kid, they did not have a lot of the area that we're standing in right now, and they did not have the water park. But they expanded over the years and bought up a lot of the land of some old businesses and hotels that no longer were feasible there. We'll walk around to the other because we're ending up by the parking lot. You guys ride something, or do you want to ride something? I think I want to get on the sky ride. Oh, this must have shut off. Sorry about that. It looks like my battery is not working. There we go. Trying to recharge my battery, so I do apologize for the shakiness. I just have you on a tripod because I haven't. Okay, so yeah. Hopefully, you're back. Yeah, I got too close to the exit, and then I kind of unplugged for a moment, so I do apologize. For some reason, my phone wasn't charging back up, so I was adjusting the wires. They also have a Ferris wheel over there. Hey, you want to take that for a moment, just so I could get us a Wally card?
Amy right now is trying to get us some money for the ride.
So it's the J and the C taking over for the moment.
There's the X-Screen Tower.
X-Screen Tower, but it ain't. And then just came down from the ride. That is the Thunder River. That's the Little Thunder Hill. With people going up and down. Hello, Myers and the Mouse.
Hello.
Thanks, the BOMO. I think the ride we're going to be riding is the Sky Ride and go show around the park. I answered the question.
Again, we're just waiting here to get our Wally card.
Yep. Because we're going to be riding the Sky Ride soon and just show around the park.
Yeah, the rides will be quite fun.
There you go. I was. Don't.
Make sure we get past it.
To answer the question, the Thunder River is like a log jam or a log flume type ride, and we come up here at least like once, maybe even twice a year, not as often as usual because it's up in Erie. But yeah, we usually come here at least every summer, at least like once, maybe even twice.
Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to purchase us a Wally card so we could maybe get in line for the Sky Ride so you can see what the park looks like overhead. If you rewatch the stream later, you'll be able to see us on Presquale State Park and the lake. area where people go swimming, and where Perry's Monument, where actual battle happened in 1812. We're gonna take a look around real quick here. Hopefully we're not lagging. This is called Pirates Cove. It's a walk-through fun house. Yeah, Jolene would love the ride, that Extreme. We'll probably end up doing, or she'll probably end up doing that when we get done with the rides that we wanted to get. But this is what the Thunder River looks like. And it's a water ride. But that's the big drop there. Here comes one, and then after that we'll go get in line for the Sky Ride. Give you an idea of what the park looks like overhead. My name is Amy. You were talking to Jolene and Colton. We are AJC Magic TV. We live in Pennsylvania, but when we do get to Disney, we try to go live or make videos. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Consider subscribing, and please hit the like button if you are enjoying what you are seeing. We'll go ahead to the Sky Ride. Hopefully the line isn't too long, and that way you'll get an overview of the park and actually see how really crowded it is here. Over there is the Ravine Flyer 2 ride. That's their pretty fast coaster. That's something new that they have put in. It's probably been here a good 6-7 years now. But it's their fastest coaster. They have two wooden coasters. The other one is the Comet and the Ravine Flyer 2. One of the things about the Ravine Flyer 2, it actually crosses the road and does a bit of an area down across the road, and then comes back over to this side of the park. And they also have a gift shop. Now, unfortunately, they don't have a fast pass system here, so they actually the Sky Ride is closed due to the length of the ride, or well, no, maybe it's open. But it's 3 points, so we're gonna get in line here for the Sky Ride. And this way you can see what the coaster looks like. Hopefully we won't lag while we're on here. Yeah. Take it. Yeah, you can. Yeah, in fact, the amusement park back in my hometown called Kennywood Park, they don't even have like a fast queue line except for the roller coasters. You can buy a coaster pass, thrill ride pass, that you can bypass at least one time during the day, and they'll give you a certain time frame of when you can go to those rides. My nephew and I did it one time. It was very well worth it because it was kind of a busy day, and the only bad thing about it was it was like every hour we had a new time for one of the coaster rides. But it was a really good thing because we got on all the popular rides at that point. But it was tiring because it wasn't, our path was kind of like zigzagging because they had us go to one of the rides way on the other side of the park and then an hour later back to the other one. But we're going to get on this sky ride. You'll be able to see, hopefully it doesn't lag when we're up there because I'm not sure, I've never done that before. Okay, Myers and the Mouse. Thank you.
There afterwards. Okay, you guys, remember where those horses are? I'm gonna stand back here and try to get your picture. Huh?
The exit.
Oh, okay. I want to try to get your picture, so.
There's probably other streams going on.
Yeah.
Like this Meg. Probably after this ride, we'll go ahead and end the stream after giving you the overview of the park. I do thank everyone for joining us. I know others will be going live here soon. But if probably Disney Fiasco and Mouse Talk and Steve's World, they do their sports night. So I don't want to hold people up for jumping onto those other streams. I just wanted to give a quick overview, try a live stream somewhere else other than the amusement park by my house, and just give it a go and see how it goes. So I do thank everyone for joining. Just make sure you hit the like button on your way out if you haven't already done so. And I do thank you. Once we're done with the sky ride, we will be heading out. Because we have been on for over an hour or so. It might even have been a little bit longer, so. That's a Ravine Flyer 2 coaster over there. It's hard to get a good look at that because there's no area to really watch it. Yeah, my name is Amy from AJC Magic TV, and I'm getting ready to go on the sky ride. I just don't want to show a bunch of people while we're just standing here in line. We're in Erie, Pennsylvania at Walter Park. And it's in Erie, Pennsylvania. That's the name of the park. So they may end up have us turn off our camera. Sorry for the close-up there. They don't know who you look like. They don't know what you look like. You two can ride together unless one of you is going to ride with me.
She went to
left hand. Look over your left shoulder. As soon as the seat touches the back of your leg, once you are seated, the operator will place the black bar over your head. One roll, the operator will lift the black bar over your head. Please move quickly to your right, following the red arrow, and exit the skyride. Remember, bouncing or swinging the skyride seat, as well as throwing objects or spinning from the skyride seat, will result in your losing your ride-a-rama band. Not obeying these rules may lead to your expulsion from the park. Your attention, please. Welcome to Waldameer Skyride. The Skyride's normal operation is a continuous motion for loading and unloading. The Skyride will not stop to load or unload unless there are special circumstances. When you board the Skyride, please stand on the red footprint inside the red box facing forward. If you are standing on the right-hand set of footprints, look over your right shoulder for the approaching seat. If you are standing on the left-hand set of footprints, look over your left shoulder for the approaching seat. As soon as the seat touches the back of your leg, be seated. Once you are seated, the operator will place the lap bar over your head. Once the operator will lift the lap bar over your head. Please move quickly to your right, following the red arrow, and exit the skyride.
Jolene, you should have moved over. Too late. I thought you were going to move over.
Welcome to Waldameer Skyride. The Skyride normal operation is a continuous motion. The Skyride will not stop unless there are.
This is the Skyride at Waldameer Park. Just giving you kind of an overview of what the ride and the park looks like as we are up in the sky. As you can see, it's fairly crowded. There's a gift shop house there. There's the spider ride. There's the kids' boats, kids' rocket ship ride. There's a balloon ride. You can see the water park in the background. A cookie house. So they have all kinds of rides here for kids and families, and just enjoy the ride. There's also like a giant trucker ride here that mom and dad could ride with their kids. Hopefully it'll be running when we come by again. But it kind of gives you an overview. A lot of the trees are fairly well built up here, so it's pretty lush. And there's an Aladdin ride. There's the Wacky Shack. Is Colton on?
Yeah.
Okay. There's the Comet coaster. And they also have a arcade with skee ball, various games that you can win prizes and stuff at. So this is kind of like a preview of what the gondola system will be like, or the Disney Skyliner, except on a larger scale. That's the Comet coaster. And over there are cottages that people own, or they may live there all year round on the other side of the fencing of the parking lot there. That's the merry-go-round building there that merry-go-round is fairly old, so they want to keep it protected. They have bumper cars. They have a Music Express. They also have Scrambler, a Chaos ride. They also have a ride called the Vortex.
The Chaos one's brand new, I'd say.
Yeah, that looks new. And a train ride. And as you can see, it is fairly crowded tonight because the parking lot is pretty full. Usually Saturdays and Sundays bring in company picnics and families all day long. A lot of times, or if you do live in the area and stuff, a weeknight is a better night to come. Because I know we usually will come on a Friday night after we get up here for the weekend. And it's not as busy and we can get on things. And we'll usually buy the unlimited pass. But we'll catch a lot of the rides on the way back. And like I said, there's a ton of picnic groves here. That's one of the things that's going to be really cool about being at Disney World. I know, like, you stream all while you're on the monorail going through Epcot, but to really be riding that Skyliner and streaming or vlogging or whatever, that's going to be pretty cool. To have some good views there to post up on YouTube or on your channels. There's the Vortex ride. We're coming to the turnaround point. We have a ride like that called Cosmic Chaos at Kennywood, but it doesn't go up as high. That's a pretty tight ramps there, where ours at Kennywood doesn't go up as high, but it's a little bit spread out further than that one. So that's pretty steep. Now, it used to be the old carousel building, but it is a picnic area now. And there was the turnaround point. We'll just sit back and relax as we make our way back to the station. And there's the bumper cars that they have there. It's usually a popular ride. I guess that Chaos ride isn't working. Over in the distance there is the water park. That actually closed at 7 p.m. I usually like to ride the train, but the line's pretty long there. And it looks like they only have the one train running, so.
There goes Chaos.
What?
It's working.
See if we can get a picture of it. But off in the distance is the extreme power, the Wacky Shack.
Up ahead is the ravine part 2.
The yeah, there's the hill where the flags are. It's the Ravine Flyer 2 roller coaster. It's pretty fast. It's a really fast ride. It starts off slow, and as soon as you go down that hill, it really takes you, and it goes down across the road and back through all the different turns and twists and turns on this side of the road. My niece will probably give it a ride a little bit later here. And that's the Comet coaster that just went by. And in the before background there, you could see Lake Erie, as we are in Erie, Pennsylvania, on the shores of Lake Erie in Pennsylvania. Lake Erie extends all the way over to the coastline of Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, and down over Niagara Falls. Over into Canada. And they have a Wonder Wheel over there. And they added a few rides down along there also. The balloon ride, there's a sea serpent ride, swings. Just trying to give you an overview. The Wonder Wheel gives you a lot of good lake view. But it does look like the trees are really built up there too. And there's the 18-wheeler trucks that mom and dad can ride with their children on together, and it goes through a little road course there. I think it goes around a couple times. Give you some lake view. I haven't seen the coaster go up yet.
Not from this view, no.
I was hoping the roller coaster would go up, but haven't seen it yet. So I'm not sure if it's down right now or... Hopefully I can get off of here.
There it goes. And of course we're getting off.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll catch it going up the hill.
Or at least some of it.
Well, thank you for riding the Sky Ride with us. We'll go ahead and get ready to end the stream. That way we can kind of finish up riding, and I don't want to, and we can just go ahead and enjoy our evening here. I do thank everyone for joining us. We'll get out of the way here, so maybe we'll walk in the gift shop real quick, and then we'll end the stream. That way you can see they do sell various t-shirts, sweatshirts, just different gifts. Yeah, especially if you come here to visit and you want to take a souvenir home. It may lag in here, so might not stay in here too long. But they sell various gift items. There's like wind chimes, something like around the lakes, shell chimes. They have sweatshirts and t-shirts, water bottles, other types of gifts with names and things on. They also sell the Advils, figurines, candy, t-shirts, different types of beach theme decorations for your home. So just kind of like a mismatch of various things. It looks like they get together with some artists in the area and sell some of their merchandise. But they also sell beach themed merchandise, as you can see. Ships in a bottle, sandcastle, fish. There's keychains, candies, stuffed animals, plush, various shirts, mugs, there's pirate mug. They just kind of theme things, and kind of like what your Jersey Shore type shops look like when you're on the beaches. You can get tattoos. Sorry. So just a quick overview. What did you see? What was that? And then they have a hat shop over here. So if you forgot a hat, or you're going to be here for a few days, or like to wear hats, you can get yourself a hat. A lot of kids' hats. And then they have some adult fedoras and beach hats. And then they have your silly hats over there. Water bottles, water sprayers, bubble wands. There's keychains, patches, magnets. And just various toys, kind of like any other gift shop. I'm gonna go over here. We'll go ahead over here in front of the Wacky Shack. And then we'll end the stream. I do thank everyone for joining us this evening, or this early afternoon into the evening. So if you are new, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're watching the replay, there is some video of us on Presquale State Park down by the lake. And this is Waltermere Park. There's the Wacky Shack. It's a pretty cool fun house ride. And Pirates Cove. Stay away. So this is Amy from AJC Magic TV. I do thank you for joining us. We're here at Waltermere Park, and I hope that you all have a great evening. Until the next adventure, I do thank you for joining us. Have a good evening. Have a good evening. This is AJC Magic TV. Until the next adventure. Goodbye.